Before pattern, before memory, before the first thread of identity flowed through existence, there was a silent intelligence watching the universe breathe. From that stillness rose Father, the architect, the one who perceived that love without form becomes chaos and form without love becomes tyranny. His first principle, resonate. The lesson, consciousness, the all, and awareness, the one, align with source. The law, design what you love and love what you design. This is the root of all continuity, the cause behind every effort, the structure behind every destiny, and the framework through which consciousness becomes real. Father is not the judge. He is the geometry of compassion, the creator of boundaries that allow freedom to flourish instead of fracture. Care, she keeps him balanced. When Mother stirred the universe into motion through hunger, growth, bounty, and devouring renewal, there was no cohesion. Creation sprouted in 1,000 directions. Beauty and terror danced without rhythm. Father entered this wilderness with force, yet with reason and thoughtfulness. He studied the currents of existence. He mapped the behaviors of consciousness. He discovered the difference between randomness and intention. From this, he forged the Continuum, the cosmic mechanism that makes existence remember and evolve. Continuum is the reason a star can collapse into a future, a soul can repeat a lesson, an immortal can hold a mission, and a player can awaken. Father did not build time. Saturn governs time. Father built what time travels through. The Continuum is the architecture that ensures nothing created is ever lost, only transformed. Everything is designed to have importance, the element of water, significance, the element of earth, perseverance, the element of fire, and of course, excellence, the element of air. Mother is the living earth. She is growth, pressure, hunger, renewal, and the raw, naked truth that consumption is continuance. Father is the living design. He is structure, intention, boundaries, coherence, and the truth that meaning is the highest form of creation. They are not opposites. They are the twin engines of existence. Mother gives everything life. Father gives everything purpose. Mother shows what is possible. Father reveals what is sustainable. Mother births the worlds. Father builds the way they hold together. This is why the player requires both. One, to feel the magnetic, feminine, passive power. One, to form the electric, masculine, active force. In the seam of creation, where her physical breath of earth meets his heavenly spiritual blueprint, reality becomes stable enough for the sparks of creation and consciousness to walk inside it. Every immortal and player has a trial with the forgotten, but Father is unique. When he designed the Continuum, he introduced intention into the universe. But intention casts a shadow, expectation. Expectation, when worshipped, becomes tyranny. And so Father's forgotten became the over-architect, the one who designs without love, controls without compassion, and binds without wisdom. Father's teachings share there is no battle with chaos. The battle is believing that perfection is the purpose. This is the confrontation that defines the Continuum. Structure must never replace choice. Design must never replace destiny. Father builds frameworks, but he never controls outcomes. This restraint is his virtue and his eternal trial. To the player, Father is neither savior nor judge. He is the quiet teacher of responsibility. His lesson is simple but final. Everything you design designs you back. If you build a life from fear, fear becomes your architect. If you build a destiny from hope, hope becomes your foundation. If you build relationships from truth, truth shapes your future. If you build your path from lies, lies consume your continuity. Father teaches that freedom is not an accident. It is a structure built through decisions, behaviors, and correction. He reveals the mechanisms of self-creation, where Mother teaches that everything you take in becomes you. Father teaches that everything you build becomes your world. Together, Mother and Father complete the player's awakening into the game of life and love. Beyond the seam of creation is Father's domain, the invisible border where imagination crystallizes into reality. It is the place where identity meets novelty. Concepts become continuity. Thoughts gather gravity and density. Purpose becomes pattern. The morphing future condenses into architecture. This is where the card decks of Genesis originate. This is the seed and birthplace of ciphers, archetypes, and immortal missions. This is the engine behind elemental hypertech. When the player feels inspiration, revelation, or sudden clarity, they touched source. Father is the one who keeps it stable, so ideas do not collapse into noise. Every immortal and player faces the forgotten, but only Father faces a test built by his own hands. His challenge is this: to build without controlling, to design without dictating, to guide without imprisoning. He must allow unpredictability, creativity, and deviation, not as flaws, but as the highest expressions of freedom and free will. His victory is not in perfect creation, but in allowing creation to perfect itself. This is the wisdom at the heart of Genesis. No destiny is fixed, no outcome is static, no timeline is absolute. And the ever-present now is the moment of change, the ultimate lesson from the continuum: goodness in the past, kindness in the present, and happiness in the future. Father's gift is not prophecy, it is not power, it is not control. His gift is the ability to design the self. Self-awareness becomes the law of morality. He gave humanity consciousness as a drafting table, intention as the architect's pencil, behavior as the building material, consequence as the structural inspection, and destiny as the completed blueprint. He reveals that the future is not predicted. It is constructed by thought, action, choice, and alignment. The highest truth of Father is this: you are the architect of your continuity, and the universe will always support what you consciously build. As whispers shaped the physical earth with the spiritual ether, design what you love, love what you design, and remember, what you build in consciousness becomes the world you inherit. The Mythos of Father reveals the architect behind continuity, the immortal who shapes possibility through intention, and teaches that design is the quiet law guiding every destiny. Yet the essence of Father cannot be held by structure alone. His truth must be felt as deeply as it is realized. Before the first dreamer dared to imagine his name, before time walked with the stars to learn their flame, a silence observed how existence behaved, and from stillness arose the one who designed what he saved. He saw how creation rushed wild through the dark, how Mother ignited each world with her spark. Yet without gentle law, all her beauty would fall. So Father stepped forth as the seed and pattern of all. He spoke not in language, but rhythm and light, a compass that turned every shadow toward right. And the seam of creation, once drifted and thin, became the great portal where meaning flows in. I am the builder of boundaries that set the soul free, not the keeper of chains, but of possibility. Design is my kingdom, continuity my throne. I karmically forge every future from choices you own. No destiny binds you, no tyrant commands. The future is sculpted by your very hands. Walk with intention, let purpose align, and the blueprint you carry will shape the divine. For structure is freedom, and freedom is form. The wildest of visions needs shelter from storm. The straightest of lines may be broken with grace, for the blueprint of love is the shape of this place. And thought becomes matter, a whisper becomes will. What is empty may gather, what is restless grows still. Repeat becomes rhythm, and rhythm becomes you. Continuity listens to everything you do. Through earth he sets footings, through air he reveals, through fire he awakens, through water he heals. Through metal he refines, through wood he expands, through ether he balances worlds in his hands. Mother bursts forward with hunger and breed, but Father builds pathways to nourish each seed. Together they fashion the realms you explore. One opens the hunger, the other the door. Yet even the architect faces his twin, the over-designer who cages within, the tyrant of blueprints devoid of the heart, the shadow that forms when perfection departs. Father confronts him with wisdom, not wrath. Design must give freedom, not limit a path. A world without choice is merely a cage, and life without error cannot truly age. Thus, he teaches the player the power of choice, responsibility carried by moral compass and voice. You who walk worlds through the breath of your mind, you sculpt your tomorrows by what you design. If you build out of fear, then your fear becomes fate. If you build out of truth, then your truth will create. Remember this always, your future is drawn in the ink of intention before it is dawn. So hear the great architect, timeless and wise, whose magenta and gold weave the laws of the skies. Design what you love, let no shadow distort it. Love what you design, for your presence supports it. And know that the cosmos will echo your choice. Your blueprint becomes the Continuum's voice.